Hey, I'm about to share a clip from a talk I gave at Fan Expo Dallas called How to Make a Nerdy Living on YouTube. In this particular clip, I'm going to share my advice on what you should focus on when you're first starting on YouTube if you want to set yourself up for success and growth. As of right now, I have the whole talk already posted over on my Patreon page for any category at all that you support me over there. So you can see that at the link down below if you want to check out the full talk. With that said, here you go. Here we're going to dive into kind of the whole process of how specifically I grew my channel. What were the things that I did? What do you want to do at different points in time? You can click through the next one. Starting, I pulled off this PowerPoint deal off of some template website. I didn't even know it animated all of this stuff. I'm seeing all this for the first time as you are, so I don't even know if it's readable. So your starting point, right at the beginning, it's all about growth by addition. Next slide up here. When you're starting out on YouTube, the most important thing to do is you got to experiment. You got to try stuff. Maybe if you've got this massive background in video production, communication, maybe you can start just with awesome stuff. But most normal people like me, I just had to do a bunch of stuff to figure out what on earth I was good at, what on earth other people would want to see me do. And so it just took a long time for me to kind of figure it out. When I started, since I didn't have a job, I didn't even go to the movies. I had a movie review channel and I did not go to the movies. So you have to be real creative to come up with ideas for videos when you don't go to the movies and you're a movie reviewer. And so I just tried all these kind of different things. A couple of things that kind of hit experiments that clicked early on. If you click that next slide. So 3-4 weeks into my channel, they came out with Star Trek Beyond, and I went, hey, I think I'll just go ahead and rank this. Like, I always enjoy like little blog articles where they're ranking things. What if I did like a video where I actually ranked all the Star Trek movies? I love Star Trek. I've been going to Star Trek convention my whole life. So I put up this video right here. It's my first ranking video that I ever did. And for if people not familiar with my channel, rankings are the thing that I'm famous for. That's the thing I'm known for. So this was the very first one I put up, and it like took off a little bit and got several thousand views on it. Which, as I mentioned earlier in this, I blogged for like 7 years and only had like 2 things that ever got more than 2,000 views or clicks or whatever. And so I was like, wow, I've been on YouTube for 2 weeks and I'm already more successful at this than I was at writing. I think the universe is trying to tell me something. So that was one experiment that kind of paid off. And I tried something, it worked, thought maybe I'll try a little bit more of this. Next slide we can put up here. Another little experiment that kind of took off. Jean-Claude Van Damme put a pilot on Amazon Prime. And I was like, well, that's cool. And it dropped there. It's like, what if I review this real quick and put it out there, see what happens? So I reviewed this one, posted the video. The next day we went to SeaWorld. So we went off, stayed at a hotel. I wasn't checking anything. Right before we leave for SeaWorld, I just like, hey, let me check where this is at. And I check it, and like the video is at like a couple thousand views or something, like overnight. I was like, wow, what just happened? Like, how did that happen? Because I mean, most videos got like 50 views. This one gets 2,000. Little experiment. And I learned a little bit of something from that, kind of going through that. So all these things, I'm trying to learn little things about what I'm good at, what people are interested in. Next one slide up here. Practice a lot. When you're starting out, as we mentioned, your first stuff is going to be your worst stuff. That's anything you do though, right? You don't take like a kid in T-ball and say, let's put him in the major leagues. That would be weird. That's the same thing with all of us. If you're learning how to talk to a camera, create video essays, whatever it is that you do, the first stuff that you do, you're still kind of figuring it out as you go along. So you have to get lots of practices. That's what, for me, like people recently have started like commenting that I have really slick editing. That was not the case when I started out. I would frequently post videos where I didn't cut out the bad takes. I would miss something. I hadn't figured out quite right the best ways to catch where all the bad takes were. So people would be watching through one of my videos and I'd say, I just really don't like Iron Man. I just really don't like I just don't like Iron Man 2 very much. I think there's too many plots in it, and that's in the video. There's videos out there where I have these weird bad takes because I didn't know that. Like I didn't put the things in place not to do stupid stuff like that. I'll have wrong misspellings in lower thirds, all these mistakes that I made very frequently early on, and as soon as people started commenting on them, it hurt a little bit. I was like, ooh, wow, I am kind of unprofessional in this stuff. I need to change what I'm doing. I need to pay a much better attention to the level of I have to change my system for how I do all this. And all that comes from a lot of practices. You make enough mistakes, you learn from them as you go along. So when you're early out, you want to put out a lot of content that maybe not a lot of people see because you get better for the day when someone does see it. Because you don't want to do what I did with that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer reaction and just have garbage. Have YouTube throw it out to thousands of people to embarrass yourself in front of them. And last one here, and this is one of the most important things that I did, is meet a lot of people in your space. Right when I was early starting out, a guy named Ryan O'Toole, who's another movie reviewer guy, commented on one of my videos, hey man, I'm also new at doing movie reviews. Let's watch each other's videos. Let's try and do this thing together. So I was like, okay, I can do that. And so then we started like watching each other's videos, commenting on each other's videos. This was 2.5 years ago. I did a collaboration with Ryan O'Toole 2 weeks ago. And so I learned from him that little trick. And so then I went out and I met 50, 100 other people starting out doing video reviews. You would go to Facebook groups, wherever you can, to meet other people in your space that are the same size as you. So like right now I have a lot of people that try to come to my, like they're starting out, they've got like 10 subscribers and like, hey man, want to collaborate with me? Like, I mean, I just don't know I don't know what the benefit is for either one of us because you're not quite ready for that yet. But if you find someone that's the same size as you to collaborate, suddenly you can share each other's audiences and you can kind of grow together. And right when you're starting out, it's all about growth by addition. And since all you want is watch time, trying to get the YouTube machine to kind of work for you, it's a lot like when you get stuck in the mud and you're just trying to like rock your car to wiggle out of the hole that you're in. That's kind of what it's like trying to get momentum with YouTube when you're starting out. So meet everyone in your space. Go tell your mom to watch the videos constantly. My mom still does that. At her job, she puts my videos on in the background. Maybe sometimes she'll mute them or everything. Her coworkers are driven crazy by my voice. But go to like the people at your job that don't even like you, get them to watch it, get them to leave hate comments or whatever. It's still watch time, so it doesn't matter why they're watching, but do whatever you can to kind of hustle up some momentum. So that's when you're starting. Experiment a lot, try different things, look at what other people are doing, just try it. Moving forward, I plan on sharing new videos on here every Sunday. I've got 5 scheduled already, so for the next month, you'll definitely have new content. So if you enjoyed this clip, consider clicking that subscribe button to see those future ones, and thank you so much for watching.